All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Helm Developer Call. Today is June 4th, 2020. Let's jump right in to announcements. Does anybody have announcements that were not included in the discussion notes? Okay, we have a whole bunch of discussion items. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one looks like it's from Karen, Fisher, and Bridget. And looks like we
I am
only have
here.
Bridget.
I am on the call. I will say a lot of open source projects are putting up statements that say that they are in support of Black Lives Matter, and that seems like a no-brainer for us to do. We can consult separately about the exact content. I'm thinking very minimal. Point to blacklivesmatter.com and a tweet, maybe a website banner. We don't need to center ourselves in the discussion or generate content. It's more point people at the fact that they should be looking at that. Thoughts?
I have a question.
Mhm.
Has any of the other Linux Foundation projects done something, and have they given any guidance on how to handle it? A lot of this gets iffy, and it's Linux Foundation, and there's always lawyers involved. And so I was just wondering whether there was any precedent or any other information out there to help us.
Yeah, we're waiting for the CNCF to put up their own stuff. So we certainly can wait until they put up their stuff and then point to it. I saw Linkerd, Prometheus, other CNCF projects have already put their own out. So I would be fine with us pointing to the CNCS when they do theirs, but or Kubernetes if they do theirs. But I know those are under discussion and in progress at this moment.
Okay. The only thing that I would want us to double check is just double check with the CNCF, because lawyers,
Sure.
Whenever you make a statement around these things, just to double check on that. That's it.
Well, I certainly wouldn't have the statement be, hi, guess what? Bridget lives in Minneapolis and is really sick of the National Guard blocking access to dropping off supplies at the women and non-binary co-working space down the street from her house, which is where the food collection is happening. I wouldn't put that statement for the Helm project, but
I like that.
I think the concern is like speaking on behalf of the organization, because we're tied to them. So I think we would want to allow.
Sounds good. So we'll point to the CNCFs when they make theirs.
Or at least we should, if we feel strongly, we should at least say, hey, we're thinking about doing this. Do you have any issues with this?
Yeah. Bridget, since you brought this up, is this something that you wanted to go reach out to like Chris or Dan on, or Amy, just to see if there's guidance?
I will run with this. Laki is already talking to the CNCF in general about this for the Kubernetes project. So we will go along in lockstep with however that goes. Just wanted to make sure the Helm community was up with that, and it sounds like yes. Okay.
Okay, and the next one was from me. I was just gonna touch on some stuff that we discussed last week, but since we're still a light crew and pretty much everybody was here last week,